and welcome back to Fluency Code, where you learn to speak English through real conversations. I'm Tyler.
Hello, Tyler. Hello, everyone. It's great to be here.
Hi, Jessica. How are you doing today?
I'm doing wonderful, thank you. And you? You seem really energetic today.
I am. I'm really excited about what we're going to talk about today.
Me too. It's such a practical topic. Everyone needs this.
Absolutely. But before we jump in, everyone please remember to subscribe to our channel.
Yes, and hit that like button and please share this with your friends who are learning English. It really helps us grow.
It does. Every subscribe, every like makes a difference. Okay, Jessica, are you ready to start?
I'm ready. So, Tyler, what are we talking about today?
Today, we're talking about how to introduce yourself in English.
Introducing yourself. That's so important.
It really is. Think about it. When do you introduce yourself?
Let me think. At a new job, definitely.
Yes, first day at work. What else?
When you meet new people at a party or social event.
Exactly. Or maybe in a class, right?
Oh yes, the first day of class. The teacher always says, "Tell me about yourself."
And that can feel scary sometimes, right?
It can. You think, what should I say? How much should I say?
Exactly. So today, we're going to make it easy. We're going to show you it doesn't have to be complicated.
That's right. You can keep it simple and natural.
Perfect. So let's start with the basics. Jessica, what's the first thing you should say when introducing yourself?
Well, the first thing is your name, of course.
Right. It's simple. How do you say it?
You can say, "My name is Jessica," or more casual, "I'm Jessica."
I love that. I'm Tyler. So easy, right?
Very easy, and that's the most important part, your name.
Okay, so we have the name. What comes next?
Next, you can say where you're from.
Good one. How do you say that?
You can say, "I'm from California."
Nice. I'm from Texas.
Texas, that's far from California.
It is about 1,500 miles.
Wow. So we both said where we're from. That's good information to share.
Yes. And here's a question. Do you still live in California?
No, actually, I live in New York now.
Oh, interesting. So you can say where you're from and where you live now.
Exactly. I'm from California, but I live in New York.
Perfect. And what about you, Tyler? Do you still live in Texas? No, I moved too. I live in Florida now.
Florida, that's nice and warm.
It is. I love the weather there. So let's recap. We have name, where you're from, and where you live.
Yes, 3 simple pieces of information.
What else can we add?
Well, you can talk about your job or what you study.
Ah, yes, very important, especially when you're at work or school.
Right. So, Tyler, what do you do?
I'm an English teacher. I teach online.
That's wonderful. Do you enjoy it?
I love it. I meet people from all over the world.
That's so cool. What about me? Do you want to know what I do?
Of course. Jessica, what do you do?
I'm a graphic designer. I create designs for websites and apps.
Wow, that sounds creative and fun.
It is. I really enjoy being creative every day.
I can tell. So we talked about work. What if someone is a student?
Good question. If you're a student, you can say, "I'm a student."
And you can add what you study, right?
Yes, I'm a student. I study engineering or I study English.
Perfect. Okay, so we have name, location, and work or study. What else?
How about family?
Family. Yes, that's a nice topic. Do you have any brothers or sisters, Jessica?
I do. I have 2 sisters.
2 sisters. Are they older or younger?
One is older and one is younger.
So you're the middle child.
Exactly. What about you, Tyler? Do you have siblings?
Yes, I have one brother. He's younger than me.
Just one brother. What does he do?
He's a doctor. He works at a hospital in Houston.
A doctor. That's impressive. Does he like his job?
He loves it. He says it's challenging but very rewarding.
That's wonderful. It's great when people love what they do.
I agree. So family is good to mention, but keep it simple, just basic information.
Right. You don't need to tell a long story about your whole family.
Exactly, just quick facts. Now, here's a fun one. Pets.
Pets. Yes, I love talking about pets. Do you have a pet, Tyler?
I do. I have a dog.
A dog. What's your dog's name?
His name is Buddy. He's a golden retriever.
Buddy, that's such a perfect name for a dog. How old is he?
He's 3 years old, still very playful and energetic.
I bet he is. Golden retrievers are so friendly.
He really is. He loves everyone. Do you have a pet, Jessica?
I do. I have a cat.
A cat? What's your cat's name?
Her name is Bella. She's very sweet.
Bella. That's a beautiful name. What color is she?
She's orange and white, and she loves to sleep.
Cats do love to sleep. How old is Bella?
She's 5 years old. She's very calm and relaxed.
That's nice. So we have a cat person and a dog person here.
We do, and that's okay. Everyone has different preferences.
Absolutely. Speaking of preferences, should we talk about likes and dislikes?
Yes, this is where your personality really shows.
I agree. So Jessica, what are some things you like?
Let me think. I like music. I listen to music every day.
What kind of music do you like?
I like pop music, artists like Taylor Swift and Ed Sheeran.
Nice taste. I like music too, but I prefer rock music.
Rock music, like what bands?
I like classic rock, bands like the Beatles and Queen.
Oh, those are legendary, great music.
Thank you. What else do you like, Jessica?
I like reading books, especially mystery novels.
Mystery novels. Do you have a favorite author?
I really like Agatha Christie. Her stories are amazing.
She's a classic. I like reading too, but I prefer non-fiction books.
Nonfiction, like what topics?
History and biographies. I find real stories fascinating.
That's interesting. So we both like reading, but different types of books.
Exactly. And that's what makes conversations interesting. Now, how about food?
Oh yes, food is always a good topic. Everyone loves talking about food.
Right. What's your favorite food, Jessica?
That's hard to choose, but I think my favorite is Italian food.
Italian, like pizza and pasta?
Yes, especially pasta. I could eat pasta every day.
What's your favorite kind of pasta?
I love spaghetti carbonara. It's so creamy and delicious.
That sounds amazing. I love pasta too. For me, my favorite food is Mexican food.
Mexican food, like tacos and burritos?
Exactly. I love tacos, especially fish tacos.
Fish tacos. That's interesting. I've never tried those.
You should. They're delicious. And I love spicy food too.
Oh, spicy food. That brings us to dislikes.
Good transition. So, Jessica, what's something you don't like?
I don't like spicy food very much.
Really? Not at all?
A little bit is okay, but very spicy? No thank you. It's too hot for me.
I understand. Some people can't handle spicy food. What about me? Let me think. I don't like seafood very much.
No seafood? Not even shrimp?
Nope. I know it's strange, but I just don't enjoy it. The taste and texture aren't for me.
That's okay. Everyone has different tastes. My sister doesn't like seafood either.
See? It's normal. And it's good to mention what you don't like too. It shows your personality.
I agree. It makes you more interesting and real.
Exactly. Now let's talk about hobbies. What do you do for fun, Jessica?
Great question. I like painting. I paint in my free time.
Painting? What do you paint?
Mostly landscapes and nature. Trees, mountains, oceans. I find it very relaxing.
That's beautiful. How often do you paint?
Usually on weekends. It helps me unwind after a busy week.
That's a great hobby. Do you show your paintings to people?
Sometimes I post them on social media. My friends seem to like them.
That's wonderful. What about you, Tyler? What are your hobbies? I love playing basketball on weekends.
Basketball. Do you play with friends?
Yes, we have a group that plays every Saturday morning.
That sounds fun and healthy. How long have you been playing?
For about 5 years now. It's a great way to stay active.
I can imagine. Exercise is so important.
It really is. Do you exercise, Jessica?
I do yoga. Not as intense as basketball, but it's good for flexibility and relaxation.
Yoga is great. I should try it sometime.
You should. It's very calming.
So we have sports and art. Very different hobbies.
Yes, but both are ways to relax and have fun.
Absolutely. What about watching movies? Do you like movies?
I love movies. I watch them all the time.
What kind of movies do you like?
I like comedy movies and also animated movies.
Animated movies, like Disney and Pixar?
Yes, I love those. They're so creative and fun.
I agree. What's your favorite animated movie?
Probably Finding Nemo. I've watched it so many times.
That's a great one. I like comedy movies too. They make me laugh and forget about stress.
Exactly. Laughing is the best medicine.
It really is. What about TV shows? Do you watch any series?
Yes, I do. I'm watching a mystery series right now.
Of course, mystery. That fits with your book preference.
You're right. I like trying to solve the mystery before the show reveals it.
That sounds fun. I watch documentaries mostly.
Documentaries about what?
History and nature. I find them educational and interesting.
That makes sense. You like learning new things.
I do. Learning is a lifelong journey.
I love that way of thinking. So, Tyler, let's think about this. We've talked about so many things.
We have name, location, work, family, pets, likes, dislikes, and hobbies.
That's a lot of information.
It is, but here's the important part.
What's that?
You don't need to say all of this every time you introduce yourself.
That's so important. Can you explain?
Sure, it depends on the situation. If you're in a job interview, you focus on your work and experience.
Right. You might say, I'm Jessica. I'm a graphic designer with 5 years of experience. I specialize in web design.
Exactly. But if you're at a party,
At a party, you might say, Hi, I'm Tyler. I love playing basketball and listening to rock music.
perfect. It's more casual and friendly.
And in a class?
In a class, maybe, I'm Jessica. I'm from California and I'm studying English because I love learning languages.
See, you choose what information fits the situation.
Exactly. You don't tell your whole life story in the first minute.
Right, just the relevant parts.
And here's another tip. You can ask questions too.
Oh, yes, that's important. It's not just about talking about yourself.
Exactly. After you introduce yourself, you can ask, what about you?
Or, where are you from?
Or, what do you do?
These questions keep the conversation going.
Yes, a good conversation is like a tennis match. You hit the ball, then the other person hits it back.
I love that metaphor. Back and forth.
Exactly. So, let me practice. Hi everyone, I'm Tyler. I'm from Texas, but I live in Florida now. I'm an English teacher and I love helping people learn. In my free time, I play basketball and read history books. What about you?
Perfect. That was natural and interesting. And you ended with a question.
Thank you. Now you try.
Okay. Hello, I'm Jessica. I'm originally from California, but I live in New York now. I work as a graphic designer. I have a cat named Bella, and I love painting and reading mystery novels. Nice to meet you.
Excellent. You see how easy that was?
It really was, and it felt natural, not like memorizing a script.
Exactly. That's the key. Be yourself. Be friendly.
And smile.
Always smile. People respond to warmth and friendliness.
So true. Introducing yourself is not a test.
No, it's not a test. It's an invitation.
An invitation to connect with someone.
Beautifully said. It's a chance to start a conversation, maybe even a friendship.
I love that way of thinking about it.
Me too. And here's one more thing. Don't worry about being perfect.
Oh, that's so important.
Yes, if you make a small mistake, it's okay. Native speakers make mistakes too.
That's true. The important thing is communication, not perfection.
Exactly. If the other person understands you, you succeeded.
And most people are patient and helpful. They want to understand you.
Right, especially if they know you're learning English.
People usually appreciate the effort.
Absolutely. So everyone listening, remember this. When someone says, "Tell me about yourself," don't panic.
Don't overthink it.
Just share a few simple things about who you are.
Your name, maybe where you're from, what you do,
Add something you like or enjoy.
and be friendly.
That's it. That's the whole secret.
It's not complicated.
Not at all. Let me give you another example. Imagine you're at a coffee shop and someone sits next to you.
Okay, I'm imagining it.
They might say, "Hi, I'm Mike." And you say,
I say, Hi, Mike. I'm Jessica. Nice to meet you.
"Great." Then they might say, "Do you come here often?"
And I could say, Yes, I love the coffee here. I come every Saturday.
Perfect. See? It's a natural conversation.
And then I could ask, what about you? Do you live nearby?
Exactly. Question, answer. Question, answer. That's how conversations work.
It's like a dance.
It is. And the more you practice, the easier it becomes.
Practice really is the key.
It is. So our listeners should practice introducing themselves,
Yes, they can practice in the mirror,
or with a friend or family member.
or even record themselves and listen back.
All great ideas. The important thing is to practice out loud, not just in your head.
Right, speaking is different from thinking.
Very different. When you speak, you use different muscles, different parts of your brain.
So practice speaking.
Every day if possible. Even just 5 minutes a day makes a difference.
I agree. Consistency is more important than long practice sessions.
Exactly. 5 minutes every day is better than 1 hour once a week.
Because your brain remembers better with regular practice.
Right. It builds muscle memory.
And confidence.
Yes, confidence is so important when speaking English.
And how do you build confidence?
By practicing and making mistakes.
Mistakes are part of learning.
They are. Every mistake is a lesson.
I like that. Don't be afraid of mistakes.
Never. Embrace them. Learn from them.
And keep going.
Exactly. Well, Jessica, I think we've covered a lot today.
We have. I hope this was helpful for everyone listening.
I hope so too. Let's do a quick summary of everything we talked about.
Great idea. So when introducing yourself, you can talk about your name,
Your name is always first. That's essential.
then where you're from and where you live now,
Your job or your studies.
your family if you want to share that,
Pets, if you have them.
things you like, your hobbies and interests.
And things you don't like to show your personality.
But remember, you don't have to say everything.
Choose what's appropriate for the situation.
Keep it simple and natural.
Be friendly and smile.
Ask questions to keep the conversation going.
And don't worry about being perfect.
Communication is the goal, not perfection.
Exactly. Practice makes progress.
Not practice makes perfect, but practice makes progress.
I love that. Progress is what matters.
Every conversation is practice.
And every practice makes you better.
Well said, Tyler.
Thank you, Jessica. Okay, our time is almost up for today.
Wow, time really flies when you're having a good conversation.
It does. This was fun.
It was. So before we finish, we want to ask our amazing listeners for a small favor.
That's right. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe to Fluency Code.
And give us a thumbs up. Click that like button.
It really helps other people find our podcast.
And please share this with anyone who's learning English.
Your friends, your family, your coworkers.
Anyone who wants to improve their English.
We want to help as many people as possible.
Now, for our question of the day.
Yes, we want you to practice what we learned today.
Go to the comments section and introduce yourself to us.
You can write 2 or 3 sentences. For example, "Hi, my name is Carlos. I'm from Brazil and I love soccer."
Or, hello, I'm Maria. I'm a teacher and I enjoy reading books.
Or, "Hey, I'm Ahmed. I live in Dubai and I like playing video games."
Anything you want. We would love to hear from you.
Yes, we'll read your comments and get to know you.
It'll be so much fun to meet everyone.
We can't wait, and who knows, maybe we'll respond to some comments too.
We will. We love connecting with our listeners.
So don't be shy, write in the comments.
Introduce yourself in English.
It's great practice.
And we're here to support you.
Always. Thank you all for listening today.
Thank you so much. It was a pleasure being here with you.
Stay safe, keep practicing, and remember, learning English should be fun.
It should. Enjoy the journey.
We'll be back soon with another episode, and if you want more conversations like this, don't forget to subscribe.
Bye, everyone. Bye, Tyler.
Bye, Jessica. See you next time.